Type, 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 click, click, click. Oh, hello, I didn't know you were here. I'm away this week doing a speech at a conference for Vectric Software right there, and CNC router parts will be there. Pretty cool. I'm excited about it. But so I didn't have a video to put up this week. What I thought I'd do was one of my swayback wins, where I take an older video that not a lot of people have seen from before my channel was before people watch my channel and do a re-edit. But instead of doing like the 1 minute short re-edit like I did before, I just completely re-edited this video. It's about the same length. I deleted the original video and I added a voiceover to it. So that's what you're about to see here. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think about that. And if you've seen the video before, I'm sorry, but I think you probably haven't, because not a lot of people ever saw it. Alright, be good. Type, type, type. Click, click, click. This video was originally posted on May 7th of 2015, and I've since removed it. This was a custom commission for a client who I had previously made for them a similar entertainment center with a steel top out of the same wood, and so they asked me to make this coffee table to match it. The idea was I had all this reclaimed wood. It's actually reclaimed Doug fir from the Hammonasset Pier, which is probably the closest beach to my house. It's about 40 minutes from where I live, and when Hurricane Sandy came through a few years ago and sort of wrecked the boardwalk and the pier, a local reclaim salvage company went in and saved as much of it as they could. I had bought like 2 truckloads of this stuff for a big job and used it for a lot of stuff. I'm pretty much all out of it now. But it was really, really interesting looking wood. I like the way it weathered in the sand and the salt. Has a really nice, unique look. So the trick with this wood is you don't want to lose that. It had gone through some processing at the reclamation company, and then it goes through some process with me, but I try to just keep as much of that patina as possible and put the fresh stuff on the inside. I decided to do for the joints, I did sort of a lapped intersection like rabbit type thing, which is pretty easy. I didn't want to mess around with miters for it. I thought that this would be a stronger joint and be less likely to have issues. Sometimes making those long 45-degree cuts are tricky. So after I had gotten this wood, which is about 1.25 inches thick, all sort of figured all out, and I have that rabbet along the top, I just put in a piece of 1/2-inch plywood to keep the top square, which will then serve as the surface for my steel top, which will go in later. I of course knew that the square wouldn't be strong enough as it is. I wanted to really reinforce it and make it something that people could use, so I added some bracing to the bottom, which I did miter to kind of tighten that all up. There's a lot of sawdust. So this is just a piece of sheet steel, 18 gauge maybe, nothing too thick. That's a new material actually, because the idea of this table is to have a contrast between that really nice crisp new cold rolled steel against that old weathered wood. And yes, it's going to patina, and the customer knows it's going to patina. And that was sort of the idea too. Would be they thought it'd be kind of fun for their table to sort of slowly age. I didn't put any kind of clear coat on it, and they did have to call me once with asking how to get a ring out from a drink that spilled that kind of left a ring, and I actually made a little private video for them showing them how to kind of sand through the grits and clean it back up again. But what I originally planned to do when I put this in was to just have the raw end grain of the wood all along the top and up against the steel and just have a nice clean edge. But after I got it all together and sanded it all down, I wasn't happy with it. There was some imperfections. The wood was a little splintery and split. It's like that vertical grain Doug fir, and so I ended up putting a piece of trim on, which you'll see coming up next. It just sort of cleaned the look up, and that way I was able to sort of feather it all in. But that's why I'd already started putting the polyurethane on, because I thought I was done, and then I wasn't digging it. This video is all about sweeping for some reason. I just thought it was kind of showing some different aspects of shop life. It's not just all the cuts, but a little bit of the setting up and sweeping at the end of the day, you know. That's just acetone. Or mineral spirits, I forget which, just to clean it up. And there you have it. See, this is my old shop before, well, the same shop I'm in now, but before I remodeled it. And just kind of a cool little, simple, modern, yet rustic cube. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this version of the Sway Back When, and let me know if there's any videos from the past that you'd like to have me re-edit and do a voiceover on. Thanks for watching, and be good.